Hi Year 10. This week what I'd like you to do is focus on making some Memphis cubes. I would start with this starter. You've all got one in your packs. I'll also attach it to Insight and Teams, so if you do go wrong or for some reason I haven't put one in your pack, there will be a template of it in Insight. So all I want you to do is do this sheet first. There's examples on the sheet, but what I would do is I'd get your mood board out, and you've got loads and loads of patterns on here that you can pick from. I had a quick go at this just now. Really lazy of me, I haven't filled it all in. I've used this pattern here, so you can see the kind of yellow triangle, and I've started putting yellow triangles on each box with the intention that I would just make each box the same to make the pattern repeat. You don't have to do that, you could do a different pattern on each box if you want to, your choice. So I've picked the same colours as close as I could get to them. I've used fine liners, you use whatever you've got at home, felt tips, probably not Sharpies because these are quite small, so you'd have to be really careful. Colouring pencils would be good, even coloured biros would do the job. And you can see I've pretty much tried to copy as much of the colours and shapes as I can into my little boxes, and again with the intention of I'd fill them all in the same, cut it out, and that would be my first cube. Now what I'd like you to do is make a couple of cubes, or 3 cubes ideally. So you can make them out of whatever you've got home. This cardboard one was a cereal box, and I've made it into an 8 by 8 centimetre cube. What I'm going to do with that is I'm going to literally grab some white household paint I've got in the shed, and I'm going to white that out. I'm going to paint that in a minute. This is just some thicker card. It's just some like card that I had kicking about. I don't really like the pattern on it, so it doesn't matter that I just want it for the white side. This is a 6 by 6, so I'm making slightly different sized ones. This is obviously teeny tiny, that's probably 2 or 3 centimetres square. So I should end up with 3 different size little cubes that I can then photograph and stick in my sketchbook. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go paint that white and then start applying some different media to this that I'll share with you once I've finished it. So these are my 3 little finished cubes. This is obviously the teeny tiny one, the one from the starter. As you can see, I haven't finished the sides, but I've just glued it together. This one was my cardboard one. Originally it was this cardboard, just flipped it over, turned it inside out, glued it together. These are just coloured bits of paper that I've just cut out. Again, looking at all my patterns, looking for the shapes that I should be using. And then these black areas are just felt tip pen. That's all they are. Just trying to pick out bits that I can see in different patterns and just completely copying them. I did do one side with the little, what are they, like foamy, little foamy shapes that I showed you last video. Just the ones that I bought really cheap from the range, and then I've just added some more shapes with some fine liner. And then this is my cardboard cereal box that I've painted white, just with household white paint. And then these black stripes, I've sort of gleaned inspiration from here, from Sotsas. You'll see these stripes quite a lot. Yeah, I've just added them on. This is black electrical tape, so I haven't had to panic about trying to cut really straight lines. I've just stuck it on. Again, electrical tape is just something we had in the shed at home. You can buy electrical tape really cheaply. You might have some in different colours that you could use. It's really handy though for this project. We use a lot of different coloured electrical tapes, even on final pieces, just because they're so handy. And this kind of vinyl finish, this plasticky finish you get, is very Memphis. So it's really appropriate. So those are my 3 boxes. The next thing I would do is probably just put them in different positions, maybe use a white page in my sketchbook and photograph them. And then eventually the plan would be to print them out and stick them in your sketchbook. Obviously, if you don't have that facility at home, you can just take pictures of your cubes and just email them to me so I can see what you've done, and also I could get them printed for you, ready to go. That's it. That's all I want you to do at home this week. Our live lesson that's actually timetabled now for Friday, it's a mandatory one, so everyone needs to be there. We're going to do some sketching together. So bring your sketchbooks, bring rulers, bring pencils, bring rubbers. And I will post more details of what it is we're going to be drawing together a bit close to the time. Thanks everybody.